That's good to hear. I'm gonna go check out the vending machine. That Three Musketeers is calling my name. The power of love is amazing. You don't need money. You don't need fame. Perhaps so.
I do need money for that vending
I
machine.
do need your credit card to buy the Three Musketeers.
Well then, welcome back to Fap Sauce Friday.
Wow. It's saucy in here.
I'm waiting for the moment that I say that wrong. Like I get the wrong day.
Yeah, it might happen. It's fine.
I mean, it's midnight right now. If it was going to happen, this would be like the prime time for me to do it, is when I'm like all tired and loopy.
That's true. We don't know what day it is now. So we won't know what day it is 6 weeks from now either.
Yeah, it's the 12th.
Because we're recording this episode. This episode won't upload for like...
almost a month.
4 weeks?
No, because we're doing 2 a week. So this would be...
But this is episode...
Oh, God, yeah, this is episode 8. So, yeah, it would be 4 weeks.
Right, we haven't uploaded any yet, still, as of this recording.
Crap.
So, yeah.
It'll be about mid-March.
Right.
The Ides of March.
Correct. You're supposed to beware of those or something?
Yeah, well, just...
They're scary.
Be wary of our awesome content.
Oh, all right.
Shooting
it's
right into
salty.
your mouth.
Because it's Fap Sauce.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still haven't figured out his name, because I don't remember where I even put it. That was probably in, like, episode 2.
I thought you mentioned it during an episode of Danganronpa.
Did I?
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about doing it, but it wasn't until the second episode of this that I was like, hey, it's Fap Sauce Friday. And then I was like, what should his name be? And then I just, like, blurted out his name.
Right.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, somebody tell us.
Yeah, someone in the comments has probably already told us by the time this is out.
Maybe.
And we're going to forget about this because it's very late. We're doing it again.
Yeah.
I mean, we always do.
We like to have long intros.
Yeah, we always do a bit of a chat, but...
Here we are.
We're here. I'm Travis, by the way.
This is the fruit of Grisaia.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Sachi route.
I'm not excited about that. I almost threw my phone.
Eric.
I'm Travis. I said that already.
And we just found out that Sachi is the girl that we played with at the playground a long time ago.
Yay,
so
anime.
when we told her to meet at the usual place, she wandered out there to just freaking die, I guess.
Yeah, did she think you knew? Or is she like, here's the ultimate test?
That was the usual place. They didn't
But it's not.
They didn't have a usual place at the school. That's
yes,
like
they
what
did.
Oh yeah, they did.
The classroom.
The classroom.
They literally they were meeting to do more of her stuff.
But I don't really think they called
it the
usual place.
I guess not, but
like they met there a couple times, but they didn't say the usual place.
That's just it. It's like a misunderstanding for misunderstanding's sake. But it could be her just being like, I'm going to test and see if he can figure this out.
Like you came this time. Because she remembers that.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So it's...
Well, and it was like, back then she was like, how dare he abandon me, and he never showed up. But it was never agreed upon that you were going to show up.
Right.
Because it was like an unrequited...
So she...
unrequited
yeah.
love? Yeah.
Yeah. So she might have eventually given up and come back home.
Yeah. Or she would have been snatched by pedophiles.
I don't know. I mean, she literally waited there until she passed out, pretty much.
Right.
So...
I mean, it was 24 hours.
Yeah, 28 apparently.
Yeah.
With no eating and sitting in rain.
Yeah, you can only go for so long. Okay, let's actually get into it.
Okay.
So I'm hoping we're going to go see her now?
I would hope so. Like, why are we not with her?
I don't know. I think this is us leaving the school to go to the hospital.
We just drop her off at the hospital and then head to the roof?
Well, because he's probably like, what am I supposed to do? I can't.
I guess, but what a doofus.
He's not family.
No, but he's just going to let her wake up and walk home alone.
Yeah, right.
What a jerk.
She's got 4 nurses. It's fine.
Yeah.
One of them's even kind of hot.
Right. He can't handle being around 4 attentive nurses or whatever they said.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. They all look like Nurse Joy. It's just confusing.
I was just picturing male nurses.
Oh, okay. Well then. Stepping outside the school grounds.
Fuck was? Oh, that was the game.
I
Jesus.
retrieved my cell phone from my pocket.
I'm losing it.
Even if it does ultimately come down to asking for someone's help, I'll stick to the methods I trust most. If I want to change something, to accomplish something meaningful. I think that's the way it has to be. Why is she not answering? Julia, I need a favor.
Who? Oh, Jables.
Yeah. Oh. So, she's not even within walking distance? She's like...
Yes, they're not like a school. There's not a campus hospital. There's a nurse's office. There's not a hospital, though. I don't know. Surprisingly peaceful.
She's probably in the hospital in that town they were in. But he ran there, though.
Yeah, but he ran for a long time.
I guess.
And he probably like took her to the closest hospital from there.
So he just called Jables and had her take all of them to the hospital?
Or just him and they're already there. Who knows? We'll find out.
Okay.
Surprisingly peaceful look on her face, huh? This is going to be one of those situations where we ask all these questions and it immediately tells us.
I know, we should stop.
For crying out loud! Does she have any idea how scared we were? Talk about happy-go-lucky.
There sure as heck better not be some crappy twist where she stays this way forever.
Okay, there already was a crappy twist to this storyline. Don't just invent completely horrible stuff out of nowhere, thanks.
Grrr!
Ew, what the fuck, Machina? I'm glad we didn't get your route.
I'm just that worried about Sachi.
Fucking gross.
The germ counter. It goes up to 2.
Awful.
There's no need to worry about that, I believe.
I just feel like
violated. It's like somebody just farted and
like someone just took. Like I feel like I was taken advantage of.
Right.
I got germed.
From what the nurses tell me, she's simply physically exhausted. This is nothing more than a deep sleep. That's good to hear. I'm gonna go check out the vending machine. That Three Musketeers is calling my name.
Seriously, though, I'm impressed Yuuji found her in the first place. Yeah, now that you mention it, he's kind of cool, I
all
guess.
For one and all for me. The power of love is amazing. You don't need money. You don't need fame. Perhaps so.
I do need money for that vending machine,
I do need your credit card to buy the Three Musketeers. That's the absolute last person I expected to take the bait. It's not like I meant anything by it. It's just that they seem to have been getting friendlier lately, so the explanation seemed vaguely plausible.
Cut it out, Yumiko. You're not just overlapping with my character, you've actually got skills.
Wait. So she was acting like a tsundere.
Is that... was I right?
I called it. I knew it.
Skills might not be the right word. I'm pretty sure Seth Rogen-san is a natural.
Seth Rogen-san.
I can't do it. Seth Rogen laugh. I can't do it.
No.
I won't give up. Sometimes farm-raised eels are even tastier than the ones they catch in the wild. So there. Taste my eel.
No, shut up already, Chiru. You're gonna wake Sachin up.
Were we worried that she's not gonna...
Isn't that the point?
You're the one who started this, you know.
In any case, we're well past the normal visiting hours by now. I think it's about time we took our leave for the moment.
How does our hair not get tangled when we stand this close? That's true. We've got a lot of stuff we need to bring her after all. Like a change of clothes for starters.
I got this cool gown where you can see my butt.
I'm leaving free. Would have been nice if that idiot Yuuji stuck around to help. The heck is he doing anyway?
I'm right here.
I have a tooth.
That's good to know.
He just said, I've got something to take care of. I just felt like I needed to draw attention to it.
Yeah.
And ran right off.
Because he's a tsundere. She has to have a fang.
Yeah.
He was the one who witnessed the scene, not us. I'm sure he simply knows something we don't.
It's almost like you're giving her more of an Amine voice, but I know it's because you're losing your voice because it's late.
Well, yeah. Am I not normally that?
No, you're not normally that breathy with her.
It?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I know it's fine. I honestly thought it was just because like we're losing our voices because we've been recording for 12 hours.
Yeah, that happens.
Holy crap! Does he really have to keep up the cool guy act all the time like this?
But that's just what gets you moist, am I right?
I'm always moist. Shut up. All right, already. You really are going to wake her up. Let's withdraw for now, okay? Yeah, I get the message.
Okay, Sachi, we'll be back in no time. So be a good girl till the night.
Speaking of moist.
So am I gonna get that candy? No? Okay. Mere moments after I pick up the sound of a well-tuned V8 engine approaching, a familiar yellow prancing horse pulls... Oh, okay, so they are all there. Then what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, you went... They met you there. I'm assuming Amane drove. And then you left.
And then you walk back here to stand on the roof like a doof?
You had to get all, like...
You had to realize you like her?
Yeah, you had to go stand on the roof and put your hand against the fence and be like, this city. You know, like,
right.
You had to be a cool anime guy for a minute.
That's
God, let him
true.
do his thing.
The hospital probably has a roof.
Yeah, but it's not as cool.
Okay, fine.
He's got to go to the school roof. This is a school anime. He has to go to the school roof.
All right.
There's literally, like, chalk outlines of footprints. It's like, stand here to be introspective.
All right.
Sorry.
The prancing horse pulls smoothly to a halt in front of my eyes.
Should have had a V8. Hello there, Yuuji.
I got one. A split second later, the person I've been expecting emerges from the driver's seat. It's Luigi.
Boing. Jeez, I'm about the only person. How do I not do the principal voice?
Right?
It's so hard to, like...
Oh no, brother.
Yeah. Jeez, I'm about the only person in the world who would come running to answer a call at this hour. You know that?
Yes, I do. And I appreciate it.
Oh.
When I offer a few straightforward words of thanks, Jables furrows her brow. Something wrong.
A junior Western bacon cheese. A junior. When you're... Sorry. I'm losing my fucking way. When you answer an attempt at sarcasm in the serious tone of voice, it's a little hard to find a follow-up.
My bad.
That's right. She kind of started to sound Russian.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm upset or anything. So this girl's the one you were talking about before, right? The one who doesn't feel stress?
As speaks, she holds out a single manila envelope.
By the way, this is technically confidential material.
Cool, let me see. Right, that's why I had to ask you, Julia.
Well, I suppose it's difficult to criticize you given that I actually brought it.
Please don't call me Julia.
I'm such a naughty girl.
Thanks, I owe you for this one.
Oh. You're not much fun when you're honest, Yuuji.
JB shrugs her shoulders as I take the documents from her hand. It's not that I don't trust Chizuru, but I prefer to get my information from a familiar, reliable source with giant...
Right? Also, I assume you're aware, but I did take a look at those documents beforehand.
What the hell? Yeah, not a problem.
I was aware that the kids in this school all had their problems, but this girl went through a lot on her own, right?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. I see. I was more or less expecting JB to read the documents before handing them over, but judging from her vague language, it seems there was indeed something fairly dramatic inside.
There's a dog turd in here. Ha, I got you!
Yeah.
Just peels out.
Smell you later!
This next question I'm asking purely as your friend. Why do you want to know about her problems? Planning something in particular?
Don't know yet, but I'm thinking flash mob.
But
if there's something I can do for her after reading these, I think I will.
But if it's too weird, I'll just bail.
Right. If this is a fucking dog turd, I swear to God.
Again, every time with this shit. Every time I ask for a file, just more dog turds.
JB answers my words with a searching gaze, her expression unusually serious. I stare steadily back into her eyes for a moment.
Those aren't my eyes.
There's a connection between us. Oh, I mean silence.
I see. In that case, I won't say anything.
You're not opposed to the idea?
I don't have the right to take your private life from you on top of everything else, and I know you wouldn't say something like that unless you had a worthwhile reason.
In other words, you trust me?
I trust the blackmail I'm about to use on you. I suppose so. At the very least, I believe I know how you think. You don't. After all, I am your guardian, your superior, and your friend, all in one package.
And your wingman. True enough.
We're bros.
Yeah. With my master and my older sister dead, JB's without a doubt the foremost living authority on the subject of me.
And the third female person I look up to is definitely not going to die, right?
She probably won't die, ever, right? I mean, this game's a trilogy.
I would hope not. Yeah, it could happen.
Apparently.
There's got to be a Jables route, right? That said, allow me to make one thing perfectly
Be a very
clear.
weird route.
Yeah. No matter what happens next, you're going to perform your job as always. Well, it just seems like... Because this same kind of scene happened with Amane. And both, like, every time you talk to JB, they're always kind of flirtatious.
Right.
But in, like, it would never happen. But, like, that's the kind of shit that it would happen. Like,
right.
You know?
Yeah, of course. That was the plan.
It's a relief to hear you say that. You may be on reserve duty for the moment, but there are still quite a lot of people relying on you. People that need to be killed.
Apparently satisfied, JB gives me a friendly thump on the shoulder as she passes by.
Alright then, I'm going to get going.
Right, I appreciate the help, JB. Okay, so he was... For some reason, I thought he was, like, waiting for a ride to the hospital.
Oh, yeah, he was going, but yeah, because it seemed like he had decided, like, he talked to the principal and was like, alright, I am going to go through with this.
And but it was like, then all of them are here, he came back here,
yeah.
But now he needs a ride. How far is this place? They all got a ride already? They took a minibus? I don't know.
Yeah. If you'd like to express your gratitude in a more concrete way, treat me to some 3-star Italian sometime.
Hey,
I mean, you already know your brother.
Right.
Fuck you.
I'm a 3-star Italian.
Mario's a 5.
Returning to her usual playful tone, JB deftly brushes a loose strand of her thick golden hair into place and steps back into her car.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I'll make a note. As the prancing horse grows small in the distance, I mutter wryly to myself.
Just call it a fucking Mustang.
Right. Prancing horse. They
I
can't say Mustang.
That's what I guess not. Well, that's like an actual horse name. They could.
After returning to the courtyard, I sit down on a nearby bench and examine the contents of the envelope JB handed me.
Yep, another dog. Yes, thank you.
Herm. This is definitely a Herm moment.
Yeah, I'm still annoyed by the Germ.
At a glance, it's 6 pages, front and back, filled with text, almost certainly printed from a personal computer.
You had prattled on.
You fell asleep? So now I've got my hands on Sachi's past. What's more, I managed to obtain it quietly from a source with absolutely no connection to these events. For JB, it was probably a simple job involving nothing more challenging than a few minutes of database crawling on a neglected terminal and searching old MySpace pages.
Smash cut to Sachi's parents' house, and it's just 2 dead people and an open file cabinet.
Yeah.
It was easy.
But this way, if and how I make use of this information is completely up to me. Is it going to make us choose if we look at this file or not?
I don't know. I mean, all the routes have one choice, good or bad.
I feel like not looking at the file is probably the way to go. But
I know the choice.
Okay.
I had the choices up and I saw it and I was like, oh fuck, but I need to know it. And it's kind of nice to know something that you don't again, I gotta say.
Okay.
Because...
Well, that's stupid.
I'm sorry, but you lorded over me for how long? I mean, you really were nice about it with Danganronpa.
Yeah.
Because you knew the entirety of Danganronpa. I just know what the choice is. I have no idea what the context of it is.
Right.
But I'm definitely like, okay. Because I was like, fuck. Because I had to figure out how to get us to this route. And since there's only one choice to get us to the route and one choice in the route, it was right there. So I was like, fuck. But whatever. I mean, like I said, I have no context for it. So I have no idea. Good. Campbell's.
Sachi and cup of noodles.
Oh no, my vision's in fisheye.
Oh, I'm on a pause screen.
I was gonna say someone paused my reality.
Well,
is that when I open my eyes, I'm staring up at an unfamiliar ceiling. Where am I? The lights are off. and there's only faint illumination flowing in from the window. But as my eyes grow accustomed to the darkness, it doesn't take long for me to realize that I'm in a hospital.
And Yuuji's not there.
I see.
What a dick.
I fainted at the playground. Kazumi-san must have carried me here afterward. And judging by the tuna fish man figurine standing watch on my bedside, Maka-chan and the others paid me a visit. Kazumi-san was Yu-kun. Kazumi-san and I played together as children. For a time, he was a very dear friend to me. These routes are weird because I always have to I end up taking over as the narrator because it goes into their viewpoint. I realized as much some time ago, but I don't believe that knowledge prompted any dramatic change inside me. So when we do Machina, you can probably stick with voicing Machina because she takes over. She'll probably take over as narrator also. And all the other people are showing up in this one.
Right. And I assume this Amane only took over because you went back into the past.
Yeah, it was all about her.
I mean, I guess this could too.
Possibly.
Maybe, but...
Therefore, I had assumed the same was true for Kazumi-san, that he had realized the truth long ago and simply decided to keep things as they were. Just playing hard to get like some kind of tsundere. But in reality, he never associated me with the girl he knew back then. To him, the usual place was somewhere else entirely. I bet that idiot went back to the same classroom like 5 times. The thought makes my heart ache. Oh, I'm just stinking thinking. For some reason, when I close my eyes, I see Kazumi-san's sorrowful face looking down at me in the playground. And as I remember that moment, the vice grip in my chest grows gradually tighter. Oh. Red.
Yeah.
That's strange.
That's dope AF.
I'm not a bad girl anymore, am I? As long as I'm a good girl and do what I'm told, I thought it wouldn't hurt anymore. Oh, fuck. Is she Ramona Flowers? Is she like... What is happening?
What do you mean?
Like, she's like, the heart vice grip, like, it's making me... Do you know the movie Scott Pilgrim? I mean, obviously, you know
yeah.
it. But, like, she has that chip in the back of her head where she's, like, controlled.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, is she being, like, controlled and she has to act a certain, like, that's why she has to follow instructions to a T?
Or
she's like brain programmed or like brainwashed or something.
Maybe.
The more I think, the more sluggish I feel. It's as though my heavy weight is pressing down on my body. Is that Mike Tyson?
Yeah, it's gonna be like super fucked up. And
they're all gonna be like this, aren't they?
She's like fucking the MK Ultra shit.
Oh yeah, yes, a sleeper agent.
Yeah,
sleeper cell.
Thank goodness. Oh.
Thank goodness I'm alone.
So am I.
I can just rub one out right now. If someone else had been here, I'm not sure I could have been in my normal self for them.
Oh, well, there you go.
After all, I'm currently incapable of something as simple as reaching over to turn on the lights. Ugh. If only I had them stretch powers. Soon enough, my physical discomfort is accompanied by a building sense of panic, inexpressible in words. That's not a word.
Don't you germ.
A horrible choking sensation crawls slowly but steadily up through my throat. No. As I moan incoherently, my hands reflexively clutch at the blanket draped over my body. I'm a burrito. I squeeze my eyes tightly closed in an attempt to shut out reality.
I'm a southern burrito. Wait. That's just a burrito.
It's no good. The harder I try to repress the memory, the more clearly it rises to the surface. I know that it's the cause of my pain, but I simply can't escape that image. Maybe she's just, like, overly emotional. Jesus. This could just be her, like, thinking back to thinking he's not coming or something.
Right.
Oh. Perhaps it's because I'm weaker than usual after my long wait in the rain. Even as I wince at the first throbbing stabs of a sudden headache, an overwhelming weariness washes over my body. Just keeping my eyes open seems unbearably burdensome.
Oh.
Good girl.
Don't worry, I'm on my way, I think. No, I'm sitting on a bench reading about her.
Reading, yeah.
Violating HIPAA law.
Yeah, of course. My field of vision grows narrower as my eyelids fall halfway closed. I could faintly hear the sound of my clenched teeth rattling in my mouth. It feels as if the temperature of the room is plunged, to the point that I almost expect my breath to form white clouds before my eyes. It is 4:20 somewhere. I'm
a dragon.
Oh, just please. I rudely gasp for air, pant like a dog, a Snoop Doggy dog, helplessly enduring the unceasing waves of pain. Go, legalize. Eventually, it becomes difficult to tell whether my eyes are open or shut. I need some Visine, and as my physical agony reaches its climax, it's joined by an unfathomably profound sense of loss. 4 panels. My trembling hands creep upward.
1, 2, 2, 1, and a fallen.
Yeah, she's already in the bed, seeking reassurance that my head...
It's just the second and third panel.
Oh, yeah, that's all she could think of, yeah. Jesus Christ. Seeking reassurance that my head hasn't simply been lopped off at the neck. My body's gone. It's all right. That couldn't possibly have happened. It's like Mars Attacks. Spoilers. I understand that rationally, but the delusion is so vivid that I can't bring myself to lower my hands.
Something to alert us of spoilers ahead.
I mean, at Mars Attacks, no one gives a shit, trust me.
No.
PTSD. Post-Travis stress disorder.
Post-Travis stress.
Yeah, all my exes have that.
Yeah.
I'm not arrogant. As a child, when I first suffered the symptoms, the doctor who examined me dispassionately offered that diagnosis.
Well, it's better than your doctor examining you passionately.
Right? Spoilers for teeth. A severe mental illness brought on by my violent wounds to the mind, leading to a persistent range of stress-related impediments, that's the word.
Sure.
I've researched the disorder and its symptoms in great detail over the years for every source I could find. Among the many symptoms, one of them was sus. The one I truly fear is clinically referred to as recurrent involuntary memory, more commonly known as the flashback.
Or RIM. The long-lost sister.
Yeah.
That's who she is.
If I curl my body in a tight ball like this, I can endure the pain and exhaustion somehow. And also, I fit into a nice knapsack. But the worst of the suffering is yet to come.
I'm not a burrito anymore.
I'm a Crunchwrap Supreme. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man. Those Crunchwraps are delicious.
They really are.
And the breakfast ones, too.
Never had any Taco Bell breakfast. I should try it. As I begin to imagine that moment, tears flood out of my eyes, and I shake my head from side to side like a spoiled child throwing a temper tantrum. Ha 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 ha. Lukewarm drool drips out of my gaping mouth as I'm racked by dry heaves. At some point, my groans give way to convulsive sobs.
Where are the nurses?
Right? I'm sorry. This is how it always happens. After enduring the pain, I see the dream.
Uh-oh.
The memories I've tried so very hard to forget force their way into my mind, still vivid and clear after all this time. Tuna fish man! The profound darkness buried deep inside of my own conscious efforts pushes its way back to the surface. How many times have I seen this dream since that day?
I don't know.
The mere idea of trying to count seems rather ridiculous by now.
11.
I can't count more than 24. I'll never escape this nightmare. I love Kiefer Sutherland. Will I? Never. It'll be with me for all eternity. That's the main actor from the show 24. By the way.
Okay. Yeah.
And the nightmare begins, as always, with 2 words.
Tuna fish.
What a terrible night for a curse. That's a woman's voice. Go for it.
Sachi, why?
Chicken thigh.
Oh. No.
But Southern. I'm home. Wow, we are in flashback territory.
We're going to go into a whole thingamajig.
Oh, look at those beautiful people.
Welcome back, Sachi. I guess I should have a southern accent, too.
Did you have fun at school today? Yeah.
Yeah.
The workshop was constantly filled with the clamor of industrial machines, but when I shouted out a greeting, my parents never failed to put down their work and answer. My gentle mother, who always smelled like freshly dried laundry and had the exact same coat as Sakaki, And my smiling father, whose face was constantly smeared with grease and oil and looks a little too much like my future boyfriend.
Yes, he does.
I love them both very much. My earliest memories from the days before I entered elementary school are all wonderfully happy. My dad was a metal worker and engineer from Niigata, and my mom was born into a family that operated a small precision manufacturing workshop in Kanagawa. About 20 years ago, they met at a technology fair and fell in love. Their sex has got a lot of toys. Soon enough, they'd started up a little factory of their own on the outskirts of this small city.
Why did I mention that?
Why do I know that? I was born shortly thereafter, completing an intimate little family of 3. Oh, and then there was weird fleur-de-lis. Oh, it's still there.
What should we do, dear? The Sachi won't stop crying.
Looks like she has fever, too. Let's get her to the hospital right away.
But we still haven't delivered that order, and the deadline was this evening.
What about it? If we grovel later, it'll work out somehow. Sachi's 100 times more important. That's my baby girl you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm a simple kind of man. I like Natty Lite, and I like NASCAR. If you got a problem with that, you can get the hell out.
Oh, man.
The orders placed at that freshly established workshop tended to be small in scale, and its track record couldn't have been called excellent, even as polite flattery. The primary cause? My parents prioritized their newborn child above all else. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
Right.
Frequently missing important deadlines for my sake.
What a bunch of assholes.
Right? But despite their inconsistent job performance, their character won respect and affection. Our young family was able to get by thanks to the support of others.
You should always let work take priority over your children.
Of course.
That's what a lot of people
Cats aren't in the cradle or anything. What, Silver Spoon?
Right.
Mommy, let's go shopping together, okay?
Well, let's see. I suppose it is around time to start getting ready for dinner, but...
Sure, don't worry about the job. You two go have fun. You go on, get on. Get.
I'm sorry, dear.
No worries, darling. This shouldn't take long anyways. Okay, what's your favorite beer, Daddy?
It's
Natty Lite. Don't you give me any of that Budweiser bullshit. Thanks, Sachi. I ain't drinking that piss water. Even once I got a little bigger, I still spent lots of time with my parents. Especially in the evenings, I'd always pull out my mom's hand and beg her to go shopping with me. It's really hard to do multiple southern accents.
Yes. What do you feel like eating tonight, Sachi?
Egg bits!
Again?
That's not a thing. I don't know where you got that.
Hey, I'm not talking about the toppings. How about Salisbury steak or sukiyaki? You know, something you really like.
Okay then, shark!
With egg bits.
Egg bits, shark, do.
Shark is a little much.
Can't you eat sharks?
Well, yes. I know you love shark, Sachi, but could we maybe go with something else for today?
How about Wagyu beef? Okay, then I want octopus sausages.
Octopus don't make sausages. You stupid. I'm sorry, Sachi.
What for, Mommy?
I love your octopus.
No, I love your octopuses inside that bags more than anything else, no?
That's very sweet. I love you too, Sachi.
I didn't say that. I said
I love you. I said you octopuses.
I only like you for the amount of things you can do for me. I got it. Oh, you bud.
It's Sachi, another outing with Mom, eh? Lucky girl.
Yeah.
I hope she never comes back.
Yeah. Thinking back on it now, our household was definitely on the poor side. Some would even call us white trash.
Yeah.
You could count on one hand the number of times per year a real treat of a meal graced our dinner table.
That one time we went to Olive Garden was the best.
Ladies, put on your Sunday best. We're going to Applebee's. But y'all can only have water.
Yeah, we can only get the 2 for $20. There's 3 of us.
stuff these biscuits inside your dress. This is our dinner for tomorrow. Okay, sorry. I keep going. I like doing that voice. You kind of... I did that already. But Mom's cooking was... Oh, God, I lost it already. But Mom's cooking was always delicious anyway. And more importantly, I love the feeling of her soft, warm hand wrapping around mine.
Well, you're also doing young Sachi.
Yeah. That's... Because I did the same thing with Amine, doing a young version of Amine's voice. Fortunately, the adults around us watched over our family with warm gazes and small acts of kindness. They didn't kick me as much.
Okay, then, this is a Frisbee!
That says freebie.
I mean, freebie! Check it out! Woo!
I can't eat this. I mean, thanks, I guess?
Again, another Frisbee. That's very kind of you.
We can't afford to go frolfing.
No, a freebie. We've got it tough ourselves. What with that supermarket they open over by the station at the Walmarts?
It's a Joja Mart.
You're still quite the loyal customer, Komine-san. Have to show our appreciation. Thank you very much.
Gramps, thanks for always giving us freebies.
Frisbees.
I wish I had a dog. We could eat it.
Oh, what a very polite young lady you've become already, Sachan.
Stranger danger.
All right then, your Gramps is gonna throw in a little meat as well.
Oh God.
So have yourself some fried chicken tonight.
And I helped. Whoa! Winner is us.
You're really too kind. Go! Yeah, the old ball and chain might give me an earful for this one. Hates when I give away the chicken. Thanks for your hard work today, dear.
Yep, you too. Nice work as always. Good work, everybody.
Let's all do high fives.
Yeah, high fives all around. Slap hands. Surrounded by Mom's cooking, we thanked each other for our daily labors as Dad tilled his beer glass. When the dishes in front of us were about halfway gone and the glass sat empty in front of him, Dad would always sit back in his chair and start to tell me a story. Did I tell you about the time that me and your uncle went mudding and we ran over a deer? I still got the back half in the trunk. It was yesterday.
It's spoiler.
Hey, Sachi, do you know about etching? No, never heard of it.
First you etch and then you sketch. Dear, Sachi's only 5 years old, remember? It would be pretty bizarre if she did know.
You'll think? When I was Sachi's age, I was already sneaking into my dad's workshop and fiddling around with the machines, you know. I made a sex bot.
That's a good thing to tell your kid to go do.
Right.
Just go into a workshop and mess with machines.
Her name was Sony. The new machines in the workshop are really fun, Daddy. I like playing with dolls better. That's how it is, huh? Well, you are a girl after all. That's fine, I guess. I should have had a son.
Yeah,
when I grow up, I'm gonna be a mommy just like Mommy.
This is why I wanted a son.
You better not be bringing any boys around here. I got a 22 with their name on it.
Sachi!
What is going on with the Yuri eyes? Jesus. Oh, you really, I say some cute stuff, Sachi.
That's because she said she wanted to be a mommy.
Yeah,
like
I know. It just looked weird behind the text. Okay, then. I'll tell you about one of Daddy's uncles who makes... Wow, I was really close. Who makes toy dolls in his factory. Yeah, I want to hear about the dolls.
No, you don't want to hear about these dolls.
All right, cheer doll. Sorry, that is like the most inside of inside jokes. We were watching like home movies of like my extended family, and one of them was that guy.
Yeah.
And like someone was opening birthday presents, and it was a cheerleader doll, and you just hear one of my uncles go, "All right, cheer doll." It's just that dad thing of like pretending like you like don't know what it is and be like, "Show me what it is." Dad's stories were almost always connected to his job somehow. I love these episodes where I could just go on fucking, like, long tirades of voices.
Oh, yeah.
Even so, it was fun to hear about new things, and I was in awe of him for knowing all that super complicated stuff.
Like, I'm wondering, like, what a weird place for it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how much of this is gonna...
Is the rest of it her?
Maybe, and then, like, it ends with him arriving at the hospital and
then making the choice. I mean, that's kind of how Amane's works. She told him the story, and then they went to that place. You took control when you went to go visit the...
Right.
But what always impressed me more than anything else was his amazing handiness. Daddy, I changed the battery, but the clock still won't tick-tock.
Better not be doing any of them TikToks.
I'm trying to make a bong out of a gallon of milk. Let's see here. Herm!
Oh.
Herm. Looks like the circuit's broken. They must have had done a sloppy job soldering the wires. Can you make a TikTok again? Yeah, no problem. I can fix this right away. Well, you're amazing, Daddy. No problem, baby girl. A clock that won't tick, I can handle. Wish it was this easy to deal with Mom when she's ticked off. She's not even right twice a day.
A broken bitch ain't right twice a day, am I right? Oh, I'm not with the right group of people.
Takes a strong backhand to fix that shit. Dad loved playing with machines and beating my mother from a very young age, so he could repair almost anything. I'm still doing young voice. Because of that, the things we bought tended to last much longer than they would normally, and I always thought of him as some kind of wizard. You're a wizard, Daddy. Hey, Daddy, what's that?
Just my wizard and stuff.
It's my wand. Daddy, no! All right, this is called a music box. A music box? Yeah, I programmed Zeppelin in it.
When the levee breaks.
When you open the lid, it turns on a little device inside that plays sounds.
No, it plays music, actually.
I want to be a cowboy, baby. It's my fucking jam right here. Oh, really?
Sachi, would this be the first time you've seen a music box?
Yeah, and it made really gorgeous sound, too. It made a really loud crash when I dropped it.
Oh, you know what the word gorgeous means, Sachi?
Uh-huh, they said it on TV last night.
I see. And you thought this song was beautiful?
No, I thought it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was real pretty.
I see. I'm very happy to hear you say that, Sachi.
Hey, I just met you, and it's crazy.
How many songs does this thing play?
Well, Sachi, the song inside this music box brings back a lot of memories from Mom and Dad. It's a song that played at our wedding ceremony. 25 or 6 to 4.
It's a song that played while we made you.
Oh, God. Wedding ceremony?
Let's see. A wedding is sort of like a promise you make with the person you love. You swear to find happiness together.
You don't have any when you get married. You gotta try to find it. It's like a scavenger hunt. Find happiness.
Sachi, your name's written with the character for happiness, you know?
Really?
Yep. So when you grow up, I'm sure you'll marry someone you love, too. Like I did.
I mean, it's still kind of there, I guess.
And be very happy together.
Is he standing behind me still? Okay, then when I get big, I'll marry Mommy and Daddy, too. That's how we do it around here. Just the natural order thing. Sweet Home Alabama plays on the juke. Right. I say jukebox.
The music box.
That's what I'm picturing, just a tiny jukebox.
That's got multiple song selections.
Yeah. Mom, do we have a voice recorder somewhere?
Geez, stop calling me Mom. Don't be ridiculous, dear.
Daddy, do you want to marry me too? No comment. Wait till your mother's out of the room. Yeah, you bet I do. I'll fall in love with you all over again, Sachi. Oh my goodness gracious. What a mighty large girl you've grown into. Really?
This is terrible.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, but it's too easy to not do a southern accent and make those jokes when the game is also doing this.
You have to get a lot bigger before you can marry anyone, okay?
Well, that's not necessarily true. Okay, I'll drink lots of milk and get real big. From damn, it's so hard to go back to regular after doing little girl voice.
From yet day 4th. Why is Machina here?
I figured I'd take over.
Yeah.
From that day forward, the sound of that music box became a familiar part of my life. The gentle melody that accompanied our family gatherings felt almost like a symbol of happiness itself. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I'd always understood that Dad loved me just as much as Mom, although he was often busy with work. If this turns into like a thing where he does molest her, I'm gonna feel pretty bad. I hope that's not it doesn't seem like that's just like that anime thing where like the little girl's like, I want to marry Daddy.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, so cute.
And lots of people said, my daughter said that.
It's done that, yeah. But of course, I'm going to turn it into a Sweet Home Alabama joke. Because that's just who I am. And since I happen to love him very much, I had a habit of begging him to play with me on the weekends. Daddy, come on, let's go play outside.
Not now, the NASCAR's on.
I'm watching Gordon get his fucking ass kicked. Get the fuck out of my rumpus room. Oh, you're energetic as always, Sachi. Just take a drink of this NyQuil. I got things to do. Sunday's the day for playing outside with Daddy. It's a rule. Is it now? I think the rule is get out of this room while the Pats are playing. So you gotta play with me, okay?
I thought you were watching the race cars.
I've got picture-in-picture on this tiny little thing. That's where all of our money went. Guess you're right about that.
Why don't a lot of money for this?
It's like those people who like live in the worst dilapidated house ever, but then have like an amazing speedboat in their front yard.
Yeah.
Why don't we go play catch in the park then? Catch? Jesus Christ, we didn't teach you anything, did we? Okay, atta girl. Next, just aim right here and throw the ball as hard as you can. Whips it, hits some nerd kid in the side of the head. Good job!
Yeah.
Show him who's boss. Throw the ball. Yeah! Oh, pretty good arm there, Sachi. That's an amazing throw for your first try. Really? No. Yeah, Daddy was never any good at sports, but fortunately it looks like you take after your mom on this one. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Fucking.
What did you just say?
That's my girl. I think Dad probably wanted a boy. Not that he'd ever. Damn it! I'm doing little girl voice again. Not that he'd ever come out and admitted it, of course. But when he watched me tossing the baseball around or playing soccer, his eyes were livelier than usual. Once I caught on, I started begging him to play with me even on weekdays, eager to see that happy expression on his face. But of course, Dad had his work to take care of, so he couldn't tag along every time. As a result, I sometimes had too much time on my hands. I'm not going to do it.
What are you, like, going with the sticks?
Yes. Yeah. Too much time on my hands.
Yeah.
One particularly dull afternoon, I decided, on a total whim, to imitate Mom and clean the floor of the workshop. And when I did... Good looking out my back door.
What are you doing with that broom?
Huh? I'm cleaning.
Oh! You're so thoughtful, Sachi.
Huh?
How sweet of you to help out without even being asked. Mommy's very happy. Listen to this, dear. Sachi started cleaning the workshop all by herself.
Why are you putting our child to work? What? Seriously?
Yeah, come on over here and help me praise her.
I want to praise you like I should. As my parents showered me in compliments, almost like the time I'd brought home the first prize for a picture I'd drawn in kindergarten, I blushed with joy. Their initial reaction was surprising enough, but after work that day, both Mom and Dad came outside to play with me.
Whoa.
I was conditioned to learn that doing things is how you learn to get love.
Something terrible is going to happen.
Of course it is.
I'm going to hate it.
We're like at an episode
Yeah,
too.
let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, before this gets too dark. Yeah, let's start the next episode with something traumatic.
Yes.
I'll be less delirious and maybe I won't be as weird with the southern accents.
Maybe.
I probably will be, actually.
They'll probably be fresh and regenerated with new jokes you thought throughout the week.
That's true. I can't help it. There's a freedom in playing a character that is like that doesn't matter. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna get mad at me for that. It's like yeah, you know, it's like southern white trash dad character. Yeah, that's just easy. That's like softball, you know.
Right.
I could get material out of that all day. I'm out of material. I'm stopping the episode so I can open my big book of jokes.
Yes.
To the southern dad section. Incest, I did that already. NASCAR.
Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh,
all right. I got it.
here's your sign.